Welcome back. Siobhan got a chance to talk with Dennis Manyeah about his repeated success in the high jump for LaSalle Track. Take a look.
Hello, welcome back to On the Sidelines. I'm Siobhan Nolan. I'm here with track and field high jumper Dennis Manyeah. Dennis, you just took first place in the high jump at the Albany Winter Classic. How did that feel for you to, take gold once again?
Uh, Honestly, that meet felt like amazing for me, especially like I wasn't feeling 100%, so to be able to go out there and take first place was just a great feeling for me. Like I didn't think I was gonna do it, and I did, and I did it off like one jump, which is just great. It's wild. Like I can't believe it.
And so, how do you compete when you're not feeling 100% like that, or you're not feeling super motivated or confident that you're going to get, that you're going to finish the way that you want to?
Um, I think for me, it was just the competition that was there. There were some guys that I remember competing against before who are pretty good. And I was like, all right, I just want to win. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
I just want to win,
Yeah.
nothing else. And that was my mindset. So when we got to the height that I ended up jumping to win, I was like, yeah, I got it. If I get this, that's
Mhm.
the dub, and then I can focus on whatever else.
Yeah.
And that's what happened.
And then, this is not your first place finish for LaSalle Track and Field. So does that ever kind of put pressure on you to kind of outdo yourself every single meet, or are you just kind of expecting yourself to do well at this point?
Um, Honestly, I'm not really going for the first place. I'm really just chasing this PR and it hasn't come yet. But the first place just seems to come with me chasing like the goal. So I guess it's just good to have that happen. But like I could do better at a meet and get third place and I'd be fine as long as I better myself.
Yeah. And you're a senior in a team that has a lot of senior experience. So, what has that been like for you guys to grow together over the years, especially with the weird COVID season that you all had to go through and just kind of becoming the track and field dynasty that this team has become for LaSalle?
Um, it's honestly it's weird for me because like everyone I came in with, they're gone and there's all this young talent and I'm finding myself trying to be a leader and help them out and show them how the upperclassmen for me showed me.
Mm-hmm.
And like I love that aspect of it. I love seeing new people. I love seeing them do well. I love seeing them better themselves. And I
Mm-hmm.
love trying to help them better themselves. Like I get to practice. I go 100% every time. My
Yeah.
coach will tell you, and I do complain sometimes, but it's
Yeah.
usually like I'm just joking around with my coach. But yeah, I always go 100%, and I'm seeing that like with some of the underclassmen, like they're going hard, they're really working hard, and I love to see that.
Mhm.
And I just love how that, like you said, the dynasty is continuing.
And then you mentioned your coach, Tom Peterson, and the other athletes that we've interviewed. He's been such a big influence on this team for.
Wait, sorry. Tom is the head coach, but my the high jump coach is Remington
Uh,
Blair. That's who
uh,
coaches me the high jump.
okay, I'm so used to everyone being like the Tom being the head coach. So my apologies for that. But for Tom and Remington, how have they kind of influenced you and impacted your journey as a high jumper?
I feel like Coach Tom definitely he's always I'm really nervous before I compete and he's always like trying to joke around with me, trying to make me feel better about the competition and just getting me in that headspace. He always asks me how I'm doing, and I appreciate that. Like that's like part of the mental aspect of track and field, and you want to make sure your mental is good, want to make sure everything like that is okay. And with Remington, we have an interesting relationship because he kind of came in a time when we didn't have a coach during that COVID. I think yeah, that COVID-19 when COVID-19 first started,
Mhm.
and it was weird at first. Like I thought I was getting worse. Like I didn't do good at all that season,
Mhm.
and I was like, oh my God, this is I don't know if Remington's gonna work. and and like, I came back the next year with more energy, more focused, and we just ended up building that bond, and things just started working out. And yeah, he's always he always knows what to say when I'm high jumping. He always knows how to really like guide me in the right place. And he always says, all I do is tell you what to do, but you do the work.
Mhm.
And I love that because it just makes the hard work I'm putting in feel worth it, I guess.
Yeah. And then with that hard work, how do you prepare for that? You have such a high expectation around yourself. People expect you to do well. So in practices, how do you prepare to, do your best for a meet?
Um, it it's hard because, at practice sometimes I could take anywhere from 6 to 12 jumps, and like that's really tough on my body in general. I try, like, I just try to stay focused. I try to remember, why I'm doing this. Like, I want to be great. I want to go to nationals. I want to break the school record. Like, it's all these things that's like in the back of my mind. And I'm like, okay, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. I want to do that. I want to do that. I want to do that. And I just end up just getting through it. And then, there are some practices where, it's not good at all. Like, you're
Mhm.
just doing terrible,
Yeah.
and those are the hardest to get through.
Mhm.
And if you can get through those, you can get through definitely can get through a practice where you're doing amazing and you're like,
Yeah.
wow, I can't wait for this meet. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely interesting, like seeing how like some days I'll do bad at practice and my coach will be like, don't let it get to you, focus up. I understand like you're not doing as well as you want to now, so maybe we should stop jumping for now. Just take a step back from it so I don't get too down or sad about it. And, you know, again with the mental, so you want to go into the meet with a good mentality.
Yeah. And is it harder to practice when it's like super freezing cold out like it has been? Like, does that make it harder for you to go out and do it?
Wow, you see, no one ever asked that, and that's a good question because it's very hard to practice out there. Like
I would
I
imagine.
always Yeah, I always tell the other classes like this builds character. Like if you can practice out here and you can do what you have to do out here, when it gets warm or when you go inside, you're gonna do great.
Mhm. And then, looking ahead to the future of the season, you guys still have a lot of meets coming up. Is there one in particular that you're looking forward to, or is it just kind of like you're focused on your next one?
Well, the next one is the one I'm really focused on, but
Mhm.
I'm worried about. But I'm
Okay.
focused on that meet because there's gonna be a lot of good competition there.
Mhm.
So I usually respond well to competition. So that's why I'm focused on that meet. But I need to really do a lot of rehab and get my knee together.
So what's been going on with your knee? Has that been something that's been bothering you all season, or is it like a recent thing that
Yeah, it like started. No, it's been bothering me all season. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm not even gonna. Yeah, it's been bothering me all season, and um, yeah, after this meet, I'm probably gonna just take 3 weeks off before conference and get it feeling better, and then when I get to conference, do what I have to do.
And is that tough for you, not just physically, but mentally to work through an injury like that? Because obviously your body is the most important thing for you when you're competing. So, do you ever feel yourself kind of finding it hard to push through having to take 3 weeks off from your sport?
Um, Honestly, this in this particular situation is not hard because I don't feel like there's a meet in after this one in the next 3 weeks that I really have to go to. So,
Mm.
but like if it was, let's say it was outdoor and there were like big meets around and I really wanted to go to the, yeah, I'd be like so down and upset. Like it still upsets me now the way I have to practice and kind of go a little easier because I
Mm.
like to really go 100% with everything. So yeah, it's hard.
And so, last question though, if you could, I guess, what is your big goal for the rest of the season to finish it out? Obviously, you want to break the school record, hit your PR, but is there anything else personally or for the team that you want to accomplish?
Um, I want to go first team All American. and
Okay.
that's the biggest goal I have. Not just for me, for LaSalle,
Yeah.
because it adds to LaSalle as well. Like it's gonna be good for me,
So
definitely.
obviously, obviously.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. I'm like, yes,
Yeah.
I did it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would help, you know, not just showing that LaSalle as a smaller D1 school has the ability to produce that talent on that level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that is a great goal to have, and we're definitely sure that you can do it this season. But all best of luck to you, and thank you so much for doing this interview.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
So that's it for our On the Sideline segment for this week, but when we come back, we have previews of all of your upcoming LaSalle sports, so stay tuned.